Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are headed down to the mighty Mississippi today to go get on some smallmouth fishing. It's fall. As you guys can see, we got the flannels on, the Sims bibs, and of course, we got fog on the water. Had a little bit of frost this morning too. It's like a sure sign that it's about to go down. Fog on the water, frost on the ground, and good times to be had. Coming up very soon. So I honestly feel like 100% so good today because I was sick. It like lingered on for days. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd literally feel like I got hit by a truck and I get like 10 hours of sleep. Not super common for this guy. Usually need about 7 hours of sleep. And for whatever reason, that sickness got me, boys. It got me good. So we're gonna cruise to the locals. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. If you recognize this, most likely you've been here before. So, but we are rolling the river. Fall time is one of my favorite times to get down on smallmouth fishing, especially up and down the river. They do not get enormous in here, but they do get plentiful. There are many bites to be had. That's why we're here today. We're here to set the hook, son. Let's go. So, give me 1 second. Let me get down river and we'll get this party started. Let's do it, boys. You didn't even spook him last time. I spooked him when I got up here. So one thing that happened today, folks, was straight magic. And in the words of Randy Moss, one of my favorite Minnesota Vikings to ever play, straight cash, homie. I think the biggest question for me, folks, is are they here? Are they here yet? And I judging by live, I'd say no. But I'll tell you something right now. When they get here, they come in droves. So we got a 46-degree water temp right now. I just don't know if it's time yet for them to be here yet, but we are gonna check diligently. I have been wrong. We don't want to base everything off of one cast. The wind is gonna get gnarly today. That much I can promise you. There we go. There we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one, folks. Now, how many of them are up here is the real question. How many of them are up here? Guys, if this could go down today, that'd be really cool. Wasn't expecting him. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Oh, he's a butterball too. That's a butterball right there. We'll take him. We'll take him. I wasn't ready for him. That's pretty cool. So, nice little 3-pounder, guys. And I'm hitting up this wintering area right now. I really hope that they're here. There was one hanging out, and I think that there should be more. Usually there's like 30 of them in here. So we'll go ahead and let this guy go. Go ahead and let him go. There's another one. That's another one. Are they in here? Oh man, if they could be in here right now, this could be awesome. There's another one. About the same size as that other one that we just caught. Ah, he's a little smaller. He's a little smaller. That's not what we're after, but at this point. So basically, Look for that cold water. That cold water is really gonna push those fish downriver. And boy, I can tell you what, get that football jig out and get ready to freaking peel on them. What's cool about it is that there can be hundreds that get up in here. Like, and when I say hundreds, I mean hundreds. And boy, when they get here, it can be just the juice. So, big thing was a football jig, the finesse football jig that we just did our very first Bassin The Time on. You know, we're gonna fish it diligently. We're not gonna fish it super fast, especially since we got those bites. There's one on the football jig, and that's a good one. Now, oh God, that's a giant. One thing about doing this is that they are here today, gone the next. So you really gotta kind of time it out right and don't expect them to be here again. Like, that's a good one. Oh. There's another one. I wouldn't expect them to be here tomorrow. I can go ahead and let him go. I wouldn't expect them to be here tomorrow. That was a pretty good one right there. Oh man, I hope that there are a bunch more here, boys. I hope that there are a bunch more here. Jeez, he got it. He got it. That was another cast in there, football jig time. And that's a good one. Another good one. Dude, how cool is this? Oh, he came off. Damn it. With the football jig, they're all up in this area that's about the size of a truck bed. There's another one, dude. Oh God, I missed them. How many of them are up here? That's the question. Now we just got 2, 3 in a row, but how many are here? So yeah, a little history on this area. There we go. I've been coming here for a little while now. I have not seen a bunch of great big ones come out of here, but I have caught some good ones. Like this one's a good one right here. I have not caught a bunch of good ones. Now, we talked about the football jig last week and how good it can be for largemouth, but we haven't got to talk a bunch about it, how much of a killer it is for brown ones. And I mean, in that other video, I talked a lot about presentation and getting that thing smaller and jig cadence and everything like that. That's another butterball of a smallmouth, dude. A nice one, dude. A nice one, dude. Dude. Oh, I had him. Oh, check him out. That's another good one on the football jig. I'm just gonna keep on throwing it up there. Like, I think our stealthiness had a lot to do with it too. We didn't bum rush the area. We didn't get right on top of it. And that had a lot to do with how many bites we were able to pick up. Better than what I expected so far. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Oh man, I am freaking jam packed. Like, that's freaking awesome, dude. Got a few right off the jump. This wind has just been so bad lately. There's another one, dude. Yep, that's another one, dude. That's another one, dude. That's another one. Oh, we spit it. And that was a good one too. Dang it. That was a good one too. And start catching them good. If you dump them like that, sometimes that shakes the entire school. And we're praying that that just didn't happen right there. We're praying that that just didn't happen. Nope. It sure didn't. This one feels heavy. Oh, it's a greenie. We got a green one with the crew. We got a green one with the crew. We'll take that. We'll take that. Let's go. We'll take a greenie. We'll take a green one with the group. So, one of my favorite things to do in the fall time is find them wintering holes where those fish are really grouped up. Like we were talking about in our last episode, you know, cold weather gets these fish super grouped together, and when they get in those wolf packs, man, it can be a lot of fun. We finally found that today. After weeks of rolling around, you might get on a school of fish here, you might get on a school of fish there. That was the first school that I've really seen in the past few weeks that was more than 5-6 fish deep. Now, another thing too is on this part of the Mississippi that I'm on, the water temp is about 4 degrees colder. So I'm actually up on a little bit shallower section of the pool. And that colder water, I think, just caused that migration to go a little bit faster than the other part of the Mississippi that I was fishing earlier in the year. Because there is no telling how many are up here. Now we've dumped 2, so we should have 5. I don't know how many we just caught right there, but I think I'm gonna have to switch out and throw a Ned if I don't get bit here. There's another one. Oh, we got all of him. We got all of him. Is this thing welded? Dude, come here, boy. Oh yeah, it's another good one. Not a giant, but oh, it's another green one. I mean, we'll do that. We'll do the green ones. We'll do the green ones. I'm not upset about it. That's actually a pretty decent one, considering the time. That's actually a pretty decent one. We'll take him. Not bad. Yeah, let him go. When you locate the fish and you find out where they are, the Ned rig is one of the best baits to get over the top of them. It takes a non-biter and turns them into a biter real fast like. So I'm afraid to like move the boat funny. That's a good one. That's another one. That's a brown one too. That's a good one, dude. Let's go. Get in here. We're going Mortal Kombat on them. Get over here. Switch to a Ned rig now, because sometimes, you know, if they won't get on that finesse deal, on that finesse football jig, it's still, compared to a Ned rig, it's still bulkier. So just throw them a different look if they're not eating it good, is what we did. And I'll show you guys what we got. Uh-oh. That looked like it was gonna get bad for a second. The way that the weather's been, it's been freaking brutal up in the North Country. So we've had such high winds and really high temps, to the point to where I kind of was surprised that they were there, but there was a bunch of them there, tons of them. Oh, he got her. Got him. The school just rotated on us just a little bit, changed the casting angle up, and he ate. Just changed the casting angle. That's all he had to do. We were sitting on it straight to, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. We were sitting, casting about 12 o'clock on them, changed up the angle a little bit, switched up to 3 o'clock, and this guy's actually fair. He's actually like pretty decent. Now, one of the biggest surprises of today, not just that, but when we went to go check other areas out, they just weren't loaded yet. That one wintering spot was good, but we checked a couple other ones and they just didn't seem to want to go. Nah, he's 4. He's got it gone though. It's like, this thing is welded. So that's another great one. Look at this thing. Look at that jig, dude. Look at that jig, dude. It's gone. We're gonna let this girl go. She's pretty healthy. Tons of anglers say, I hate fishing the Ned. I don't like how slow I have to fish it. I can promise you guys something right now. Locate the bass and you don't have to fish that thing through and through. But as the day progressed, or as the morning progressed, and those bites started to become few and few and few, that's when we busted out Mr. Ned Rig, and she got the job done. We got several additional bites. Casting angle just a little bit, and voila, we're starting to get bit again. Ooh, oh goodness. Oh goodness. Dude, come here. Yeah, you. These river fish are so pretty. Like how brown they get. Look at him. He's fat. He's been eating good too. And if you notice too, like a lot of these fish that we're catching up here, they are pretty good. They're fat. They're getting really fat. And since what that means, they're putting on the feed bags. That's what that means. Putting on the feed bags. Dude, so today couldn't have ended up any better, man. What a surprise. So we started off the morning, we went over, rolled over to a wintering hole where we thought that there'd be some smallmouth bass. And guys, I'll tell you something right now, was not expecting there to be that many in there. We probably had close to 20 bites, maybe 30 bites in there. And I just wasn't expecting to be able to sit there and fish for them for 2 hours straight and just sit straight peel on them. So that was pretty cool. You know, the big thing was a football jig, the finesse football jig that we just did our very first Bassin The Time on, season 1, episode 1. Our very first episode that we did the show on, the hollow tip worm Tomcat finesse football jig, was the star of the show again today. And of course, Mr. Nedhead. Like, I think our stealthiness had a lot to do with it too. We didn't bum rush the area. We didn't get right on top of it. And that had a lot to do with how many bites we were able to pick up. Now, after several days of sucking, I can promise you guys that, you know, it felt good to get on a school of bass. Number 1, thank you guys for tuning in to Bassin The Time. And until next time, boys, you know where you'll find us. You're gonna find us on the water. You're gonna find us on the water. I'm gonna go jet. I'm gonna go catch some more of these bass. There we go. Oh my God. Oh, come on. Boys, we found a giant, I think. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro. Bro. No!